model or demo today was the Flower Dissection lab. When we were going through the binder, we went through the inventory checklist, made sure we had everything, and then we noticed that there were some diagrams here with some handouts for everybody, and these are really detailed models for everything, which would be really great for middle school and high school probably. And then we had this whiteboard and some magnetic parts of a flower. We had a paper that kind of tells you about the parts. And then as we went further into the binder, we saw that the objective was to identify the different parts of a flower. And when we talked about that, we know that's a pretty low level objective, so this is probably geared towards low elementary, second, third grade area. And we read through the instructions, and it kind of gave us a very specific step-by-step on how to do this. We were provided the flowers, and what we did was we took the flower, and one of our people in our group were the ones that kind of pulled it apart while the rest of us talked about it and what we thought each word meant and where we thought it should fit. And so we started with taking off the sepal, and none of us really were sure what that was. So we had this really great diagram, both of them here, to kind of reference. So if we didn't know what it was really easy to figure it out because someone was able to look at the diagram and say, oh, it's this part right here, and we could compare it to our flower. And so what we did was we removed those, we taped them to the paper, we labeled what it was and what it does. And then we kind of went through each part of the flower, and on here on our directions it tells you what to do. So after the sepal, we went with the petals that also protect the flower and attract pollinators. And then we went through the stamen and the pistil, which are the center of the flower, that contain the pollen, and that's kind of like the reproductive parts of the flower. And then we went a little bit deeper and pulled the stems off and the leaves. And we just kind of labeled what they were, and you can label what they do. And then on the back of one of the pages, it kind of tells you what plants need. And so this is a really good area where you could go through what plants need with your students. Sunlight makes food, and the process is called photosynthesis, and that can really lead you into a deeper conversation about what photosynthesis is and how exactly plants make their own food and energy. Finn.
Good job.
Fantastic.